Jean-Pierre Bouillet arrived at Paris's criminal court with his co-accused. A judge found Bouillet and two other men guilty of plotting to kill the French president. A fourth man was convicted of having a weapon. They were handed sentences of 6 months to 3 years. Bouillet's lawyer said the accusations had been exaggerated.
I had hoped for magistrates who would have the intellectual honesty to acknowledge that this case isn't what it should have been and was blown out of proportion.
Bouillet, a former mechanic, drew the attention of French police by his posts on social media. French intelligence put him under surveillance in 2018 after a tip-off that a far-right militant was planning to attack Emmanuel Macron in a First World War commemoration. Bouillet had described Macron online as a hysterical dictator he'd like to wipe out. He was arrested along with 3 others. A commando-style knife and an army vest were found in his car. All were said to be members of a secretive far-right nationalist and anti-immigration group known as the Barjol movement. Their arrests were made during widespread public dissent, which culminated with demonstrations by the anti-government Yellow Vests movement.
There
is more hatred of President Macron, far more than of President Sarkozy and Hollande. We saw it during the crisis involving the Yellow Vest protesters, and that is something to take into account. Without having any sympathy for ultra-right terrorists, there are groups of people who are becoming radicalised.
Another 9 people had also faced trial in connection with the case, but the judge acquitted them. During the trial, defence lawyers said that their clients were ordinary citizens who vented their anger with President Macron mainly online, but posed no real danger. Prosecutors, however, argued that the threats of violence were very real. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.